Okay, we're going to look at sidechain compression, and I'm going to start by a very simple setup. I've got on this track instrument 1, I've got a drum machine just doing a 4 on the floor bass drum, and then on this track instrument 2, this one here, I've got a synth just playing one simple note. The idea of sidechain compression is that sometimes you want compression to happen only when something else is happening, and in this case I'm going to use this bass drum to trigger the compressor over this synth. This is a common EDM technique. So if I put a compressor after the synth, simple little compressor, I'm going to choose a sidechain key input of a spare bus 2, and then on this track, the bass drum track, I'm going to send on bus 2, and on the compressor I'm going to set a ratio of about 5 to 1, threshold down here to start with, and listen to what happens as I start to feed in the send from the bass drum to this compressor after the synth. As you can hear now, every time the bass drum plays, the synth ducks down, and the speed at which it ducks down is determined by the attack control on the compressor, and the speed with which it comes back up is determined by the release control. So once again, if I take the send down, now the synth note just stays the same, but as I send from the bass drum into the compressor, it ducks the synth sound. So that's a very simple setup of how it works. Okay, let's look at that in a more practical application. Quite often you want maybe a vocal and an instrument to behave in that way. So I've got a track here where I've got a vocal and an acoustic guitar, and I'm just going to mute the other 2 tracks, take the volumes to nothing. Okay, I've got this vocal and acoustic guitar, courtesy of my very good friend Marcus Valance. It's a beautiful thing. I'm just going to take this first line of this little lovely song.
Been around for a while, run aground, 'cause I've never learned.
There's the vocal track. There's the acoustic guitar.
Been around for.
Now my problem is this. I want to have the acoustic guitar up much louder, but if I do that, it masks the vocal occasionally. So if I put them in the balance that I want,
Been around for a while, run aground, 'cause I've never learned the things I should. Been around for a while.
it's very hard to get them where I want them, because on some words you can hear the vocal and on others you can't. So I'm going to do it a different way. I'm going to put a compressor across that guitar. Again, I'm going to choose a sidechain input, and then I'm going to put a send from the vocal on that same sidechain.
Been around for a while.
Hold down the threshold.
Run aground, 'cause I've never learned the things I should.
Turn up the ratio and start sending into the guitar.
For a while, run aground, 'cause I've never learned the things
You can hear
I
the guitar
should.
now ducking down behind the vocal
Been around for a while, run aground,
and coming up in the
'cause I've
gaps.
never learned the things I should.
Now I can turn up the guitar knowing that it will just duck down every time the singer sings, like this.
Been around for a while, run aground, 'cause I've never learned the things I should. Been
Okay, I've overdone it for the sake of demonstrating it. If you can hear it working that obviously, you haven't really got it right. So now I'm going to back off the threshold and back off the ratio, so the guitar just sits back behind the vocal a little bit.
Been around for a while, run aground, 'cause I've never learned the things I should. Been around for a while, run aground, 'cause I've never learned the things I should. Been around for a while, run aground, 'cause I've never learned the things I should. Been around for a while, run aground, 'cause I've never learned the things I should.
Okay, that's pretty good. I've got it sitting down behind the vocal. Every time the singer sings, the guitar ducks down a little bit. Let's just run it from the intro and see what happens.
Been around for a while, run aground, 'cause I've never learned the things I should. I can give good advice.
There we go. Simple sidechain compression. Thank you to Marcus Valance for the use of his beautiful song Till I'm Blue in the Face. And thank you for watching.